I'll put $10 on that bitch right now. Let's go. Let's go,
Yeah.
Wiz.
You just played somebody?
No, I'm placing a bet right now.
On somebody?
On that man, Wiz, 1988. Slow. This app's slow as fuck though. Where's my challengers? Come on. I'm trying to bet. This shit's so slow. I do. Put one up for
EA Sports coverage of the moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fuck you mean I don't have enough money? The fuck? Just put 25. This app is garbage. Cashier.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check safety, check safety. X3, 218, chop. Check. Hey, Sam off.
2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Set, ready? 8, read. Look at me, zipper. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Gone, gone. Yo, go, go.
How do I not have enough funds?
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Account says I have $0, and I just put 25 today.
Defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I'm here.
Your shit still have $25?
I got $25 in mine.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Set the tone, defense.
They'll block the throw. A strong running. Flushed out right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Wow. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half. And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting. But he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On second down, Eckler. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down. Running on first down, Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there. Now a toss play to Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember? Oh, that one play. Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that. I do not have enough funds. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back. This just pissed me off. $0. You ripped me off. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it? It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due. To the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome. It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
This shit makes no sense. They just robbed me of $25.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Mike Evans, 37 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run here with Eckler, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. On the ground, it's Eckler. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. After one, 7-3 score on EA Sports.
I can't get this shit to work, man.
Hey, exit.
Check Mike 6. It's a party now. It's a party.
Leo. Deuce. Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Steve Griffin.
Now Eckler. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Ready? 8, read. 22 jet bomber. 5. Yes. Rock it.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Xbox, Rocket
That doesn't start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
Call of Duty Battle Royale.
Very fickle man.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline.
Fuck that.
Says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You. Go. Ready.
Fournette running right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Go now. 18 games. Hey, team 6. Get it.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Got it.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done.
Oh, my God, that was me. Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Thank you.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half, relatively small.
Average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge
Only I had
says.
no money.
He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Going on the ground with Eckler, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Check 13. Check 13.
Blue draw Corkers.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Complete to Dorsey.
Come on, Avery.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Here is Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
60 Pittsburgh. Ready?
The handoff, it's Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Check. Check hot.
X3. 218. Chop. Hey, box chop. Box chop. Hey.
That's me. Like six.
Get it.
Back to throw here. He's got his man. It's Williams. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
A gain of 19 yards. First down,
Ready?
Chargers.
70. Indy.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 43.
80 weapons.
You don't want nothing.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Show me his bikes, man. Might try bike riding this summer, man. Don't get your leg hurt. Legs pumping. Get them legs pumping. Oh, look who's up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies to try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here, eluding the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, lock it.
Together like my nigga balls, nigga balls. Let me rephrase my whole channel on this way.
Out of the gun now on third down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Look at me. Go.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. On the give, this is Eckler. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Hey.
They'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. Now a toss going left. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
I keep laughing, I keep living, I keep going to the bank.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
Maybe makes that offense.
Man, cannot be serious getting off my blocks like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
That's pissing me off.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Right. He's taking the right. Everyone, you got 4 down.
Look, squeeze.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
It's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds.
Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They started on the ground with Eckler.
This shit tell me I don't have enough funds on this shit. I just put 25.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football.
Oh.
Offensive linemen, people running it, actually the guy calling plays. You're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Ready, 30 base.
Watch the run. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Hit it.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Watch the run. Watch the run. Where's the
Secret. Secret.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Go now.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time defensively. Nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They come up in an offset eye. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They'll run with Fournette. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a third and goal situation. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
They'll run for it with Fournette. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the fourth. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Protein spill.
Now back to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the outcut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Look at me, zipper. Gone.
They'll set up to throw. Going long here for Wallace. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Short throw underneath to Hurst. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but they've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man, it's Williams. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
218, chop.
36.
Now.
2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And James has it. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Too shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Second and 10, again from the 41.
Yeah.
Second and 10. Flush to his right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got him in. It's complete. Williams.
How?
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
We got 25 to Mike. Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 20.
Hey, lock it.
Looking to throw. James has got it. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check 24. Check 24.
On the ball, defense.
2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Look at me. Go on.
They're going to look to throw.
Oh, come on!
Incomplete.
We need them.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Ooh, let's go.
And,
let's go. That's me. That's me. That's me, fault, nigga. That's me.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something
he getting paid next year?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
He ain't getting paid no show.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
They're not ready for this, man. Look, squeeze. Still playing soft. Go. Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the
Let's go.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Sam off.
Hill comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Hey, high 7.
25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. I got one.
Now.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher.
You get that? You stupid ass fuck, nigga.
J. Green with a pick. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Ready. Hey, Delta.
52 to Mike. I'm coming.
Protein spill.
52. I know he ain't got it. 52 to Mike. Mike 52. Mike 52.
Hey, Echo.
I'm coming after you.
Deep grip.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.